As you guys know, if you're a subscriber to the channel, your boy likes to read. I like to read a lot. And I do it on a regular basis, hence Tuesday content. But I bet you guys don't know what my favorite book is. And I'm going to tell you right now. It is this one. I've had this book since I was about 25 years old. And if you can't see it, look. It's the 48 Laws of Power. Everybody knows the color, right? Trademark color. And ever so often, I will go back and I will reread the entire book. That's why the cover is off. I've read this book so many times, I can't even count. And I know it's a very controversial book, but it has gotten me through a lot of complicated situations. And I know that some people will say, hey, this is a knockoff of Sun Tzu's Art of War. And it could be. I've never read The Art of War. I need to actually put that on my list of books to read. But I enjoy that book. And I know you guys are probably like, well, what are you getting at right now? Well, as you know, we had that big old conflict between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb this week. And I watched a lot of review videos, people's interpretations on what happened, even Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb's response to what happened between those two individuals. But one thing that I did not see is exactly the point of view that I looked at it from. And I will say this, Corey Holcomb should have never invited Anton Daniels to his platform. And before I get started, you know what I'm about to say. It is Saturday morning thoughts. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, it is exactly 5:05 a.m. and I am doing well on time. I've been doing good on time all week. I told you guys on Wednesday that I was going to be extremely punctual this week, and I have kept my word all the way up until today. So we're going to keep this ball rolling and make sure that we finish the work week strong. It's been a very long, productive week. Of course, the money has been made. We're going to continue to run up that bag, increase our net worth. But let's get to it, man. So, Corey Holcomb, great comedian. I enjoy watching his content. Same with Anton Daniels. And I thought it was really interesting that Corey Holcomb would invite Anton Daniels to his platform, knowing that they have extremely opposing views when it comes to life, Black culture, politics. But what people, I believe, missed in this whole situation is Corey Holcomb did not follow these 48 laws, okay? And I'm gonna point out some of them right now. So I knew as soon as I saw the video and heard Anton Daniels' point of view exactly what his agenda was, which is mostly what most content creators' agenda is. Go to somebody else's platform, expose them to who they are, which is their audience, and siphon off some of their subscribers. That's just what you do, right? You introduce yourself to a new market of people, siphon off some of them, vice versa. They both benefit off of it. But what Corey Holcomb did not do, number one, is this. He did not know who he was dealing with. And that is rule number 19. Know who you're dealing with and do not offend the wrong person. And if he would have known exactly what Anton Daniels stood for, he would have known that Anton Daniels holds everybody accountable. Black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian, everybody's accountable. Okay? So Corey Holcomb did not even do his homework on Anton Daniels. That's where that whole riff came from when Corey Holcomb was like, how come you don't ever talk about the white folks? Well, if you would have studied the man, studied his content, watched some of his content, then you would know. If you would have had maybe the questions already in your head or written down somewhere, you would have gone back, went to his channel and looked to see exactly if this guy talks about white people, which he absolutely does. But another thing that Anton Daniels did was this. He disarmed and infiltrated with the mirror effect. And that is rule number 44, guys. How did he disarm Corey Holcomb? Well, one of the tricks that a smart, intelligent, strategic man does is anytime that he goes to some sort of a function, whether it is an outing, a business meeting, they will bring sand to the beach. And not any kind of sand. They will bring a beautiful woman, attractive woman, to disarm any man, because that's just how we're made, okay? We're attracted to beautiful women, and the easiest way to disarm a man is just to bring a beautiful woman around. Knocks them off their game, it makes them lose focus, and that's exactly what happened. Antoine brought Mika to Corey Holcomb's, platform. And you could tell that he was so fixated on her because he kept looking in her direction whenever, they were interacting with one another. And then whenever Anton got up and left, of course, he brought up that he had Mika with him and not his wife. But that was all strategy, guys. So anytime that you're in a situation and you see a guy with a beautiful woman, all he's trying to do is disarm you and distract you, okay? Now, law number 9, okay? Win through your actions, not argument. Well, Antoine actually won in both, okay? The win through action was when he called him to go outside, and Corey Holcomb did not oblige to that. He didn't take him up on his offer. So he lost there. And then he won through argument because Corey Holcomb was so far out of his wheelhouse when it came to politics, the laws, culture, because he's one of these blackity black people, right? The white man is evil and all this other bullshit that doesn't even matter anymore in 2026. So he completely destroyed him there. And when a man calls you to go outside and you choose not to go, that always is going to make you look like a bitch, okay? He punked them. Regardless if anybody says, well, he didn't say, he licks or sucks black people's dick. It don't matter, because he said it 2, 3, 4 times. And then when a man asks you to step outside and you choose not to do that, that's a L on you, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're prideful individuals. That's just who we are. And he did it in front of the cameras. Everybody could see. There is no excuses for that, because if you're going to get into a man's face and you're going to talk tough, then you have to be willing to back that up. And it wouldn't have affected YouTube. It wouldn't have affected, anything, at wherever his podcast is, because when you step outside, you just handle your business and that's it. No cameras, no nothing. So it wouldn't have been any legal things. Anton on camera called him to go outside. So Anton could not have sued him, let's just say, if Corey Holcomb whooped his ass. No, you asked for the fight, you took a L, and that was it. So there's no excuses there, all right? So the last one I want to talk about is enter with boldness, and that is law 28. A lot of people said Anton came out strong, and that's what you're supposed to do when you stand firm in your beliefs. You don't back down regardless of what environment you're in, and you are going to speak your mind no matter how the other person feels. If you stand strong on certain points, whether it's politics, religion, culture, it don't matter. You have to mark your territory, draw your line in the sand, and say, listen, this is exactly what I stand for, and I'm not backing down no matter what environment that I'm in. And that's what I got from this whole interaction. If I was Corey Holcomb, I would have studied Anton Daniels. I would have saw the fact that he is trying to disarm me with a beautiful woman. And instead of sitting here arguing or going back and forth about things that's completely out of my wheelhouse, I would have sat back and listened, and then I would have responded back with educated questions. That's what you do in these type of situations, because we do talk to people who are smarter than us on a consistent basis. And when you know that, okay, I have no idea, how to combat this, I don't know how to respond to this, you just ask questions. And when you do ask those questions, you're just gathering more information so you can counter with questions. And then you could start chip away at their argument from that direction instead of going head on, like a damn crash dummy. And then you're going to end up looking foolish. Anton also told Corey that he studied him, so he knew exactly how to maneuver in that conversation and in that interaction with him. So it just wasn't something that just sparked up, that just happened. No, he knew what Corey Holcomb was about and what direction Corey Holcomb would potentially come at him at. So he adjusted and he moved strategically. That's what you do when you are a strategist. You always got to think with this way before these. And one more thing, if you cannot take it, don't dish it out. See, I would have expected Corey Holcomb to take the response that Anton Daniels had with stride and make a joke out of it. But he got so damn offended that he started getting overly aggressive. And that's what most liberal black men do, instead of thinking strategy or taking a step back and say, hey, he might be trying to bait me, even though he's the one who started with the disrespect. Okay, you cannot control how people respond to your disrespect. So if you do not want to be disrespected, do not go around disrespecting people. Okay, watch your mouth, watch how you move, and you cannot control how anybody responds to what you do or what you say to them. So that is my take on what happened. Yes, it's unfortunate. I would have hoped that they would have had a positive interaction. They would have, gained some ground, but it just goes to show how divided we are as a group of people. We still have people that still feel like they're victims. They still think that white people are evil. They still feel like they're being oppressed. And that's not the case in 2026. Remember, guys, a lot of our misfortunes and the things that we have going on currently is our own decision making. It was our parents that did not raise us in the best environments or provide us with the best resources necessary in order for us to grow. Yes, as black people, we're kind of behind the 8 ball as far as like generational wealth and all of these other things. But at what point do you say, hey, let's stop this. Let's stop being victims. Let's move forward from this conversation of slavery and oppression and systematic racism, because it makes you look weak as hell. And it makes it look like you're not willing to grow past that. Our ancestors went through those things. Okay. The prior generations went through those things. We nowhere near had to go through any of those things, especially being a millennial. Okay. I don't even think my mom went through too much of that, and she grew up in the 60s, guys. So that's my take on everything. I know that a lot of people might agree or disagree, but it doesn't matter, because this is what I saw through the own lens of my own eyes, and this is the thing that people aren't talking about. But your boy done cooked up for about 12 minutes. I still got to eat, feed the dog, make my coffee, and get my ass to work. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
People still talking shit behind my back. That's cool, but I'ma just do me. it's all I can do. They say life's a chess game, well, make your move. But I'm ahead of you and I'm plotting my next move. Gon' run your mouth about me, it's all good. But I'ma still keep a positive attitude. But what you should worry about is what I'ma do. Cause right now I'm plotting my next move. I'm worthy before my